Hi, everyone who comes in to join me. Felt like doing some crafting, so I'm just popping in. Also, just want to reiterate those who are interested in doing a craft along, please go look at my What's Up video, and it'll tell you more details on that. Wow, incredible. For some reason, my audio didn't kick in correctly. So I'll start that one again. Welcome. Felt like doing some crafting, so I popped in. And just a reminder for those who are interested in the craft along, please go look at my What's Up video and it'll get more detail on that. I'm just going to go over a couple things I got done that was previously worked on my lives. That butterfly necklace. And then I got the black of my heart, silver tone heart. Necklace. And earrings. Okay. I'm going to work on another thing. Hi, whoever came in and joined me. Let me know you're chilling. Another necklace. Hi, those of you who came in to join me. Morning. At the moment, a necklace. So, what are your plans today, Cheryl? Hi, whoever else joined us. Let me know you're here. I'd like to know when people come visit my home. Yeah. So, what you gonna do first? Okay, do you want to come up? Send you the link. Okay. Yep, I got you. Give me a sec.
Hello.
Hello. Music at a good level and stuff.
Do what, hon?
Is the music at an okay level and stuff?
Yeah. It's a nice catchy little ditty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you know, they only give you so many options on these things.
Yeah. I had to cut my nails the other day, and it's actually awkward for a bit until you get used to the adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah. Well, I've had
Or even if you
nails
just,
my whole life.
even if you don't have long, like I'm not, I don't have super long nails, but they're getting kind of length to them, and then one of them cracks or peels or something, and you gotta clip it. It just feels so naked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've always had long nails. I remember my teacher in like kindergarten calling my mom, "You got to cut her nails."
Oh, jeez.
They weren't bothering anybody. They didn't prohibit me from functioning.
They were probably more worried about you injuring another kid or scratching another kid.
Exactly. And mom was like, "And has she ever done that?" No. Is she the type that you think would ever do that? Well, no, not really. Then why are you bothering me? Well, they need to be cut. And she's like, "They ain't getting cut. She's more clumsy when they're short."
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of
She's
a
out to cut
story.
herself or something.
Yeah. Reminds me of a story way back when in middle school you had career day, where people come in and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was selected to be the guide, the person that would take the person to the next room. They had to speak in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I got just a really nice little skirt, blouse, put on heels, and I wore heels when I wore
heels. All professional.
And then, so running up and down the stairs all day in school, no problem. Toward the end of the day, the principal, one of the vice principals, spotted me and said, "Oh, no, you can't, can't be wearing high heels and stuff. You're going to get hurt." So they called my mom and said, "Hey, because it was a 2-day event, can you please not have your daughter wear the heels tomorrow?" My mom was like, "Why? Did something happen?" They go, "No, nothing happened. It just, we're not comfortable. We're afraid she's going to get hurt." So when I got home, my mom's like, "Well, you can't wear the heels tomorrow." So I didn't. I wore sneakers. And guess what happened? I fell going up the stairs. So here I am in the office. Hi, Ella. Here I am up in the office.
Hello, Ella.
I had my feet underneath the old school benches back in the day.
Mhm.
And one of the vice principals on the phone with my mom, and they're like, "Oh, we asked you not to have your daughter wear those heels." And my mom went, "She left with sneakers this morning, unless she brought them shoes with her, which I doubt she would do because I asked her not to wear the heels." She says, "Hold on a minute." She goes, "Stacey, show me your feet." And I pulled my feet out and I had sneakers on. Next sentence out of that woman's mouth was, "Never mind, she can wear her heels anytime she wants."
They don't get it. Some of their highfalutin ideas are just wackadoodle. Like parents don't have any clue what their child's capable of.
Well, it wasn't my mom. My mom knew I was fine. It was the stupid vice principal.
Well, the crazy thing is like with me with my nails, that wasn't the only phone call. That was just the first. You know, it happened numerous times over the years. And funny thing is they would, be calling and, oh, she's got to cut him, she's got to cut him. But, partner in the next sentence, can you pry this open for me? You got nails? I don't know how many times I popped seals on packaging and just different things like that.
Yeah.
They were always borrowing my nails for something.
Like, didn't they own scissors?
It was crazy. And I'd walk, they'd be like, "Any chance you could open this for me?" And then I'd walk up there and I would have, like freshly painted my nails or something, like over the weekend or something. And they'd be like, "Oh, well, we don't want to damage your beautiful nails." And I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it. That ain't gonna happen." And I just take whatever they had in their hand that they were needing help with and get her done and turn around and walk off. And they'd just be shaking their head. Didn't ship a thing, I'm used to them. I grew up with them. I've always had them, But arthritis and stuff nowadays, if they start getting too long, it starts feeling like I have bricks hanging off of each finger. Very uncomfortable. They just throb like a sore tooth. Tina in Ma's place, she has long nails as well. And she's still able to wear hers long. Longer than I can wear mine now. And yeah, she totally gets it. You get used to them talons being there. Hey Scarlett, hey Emville. I'll tell you one though.
How are you ladies doing today?
And I've told this story before, but it's still hilarious. I used to, the last job that I had before I had to quit working permanently was I managed. It was a business that was two businesses side by side, in the same thing. And one side was cake and candy supply, and the other side was a used bookstore. And there was several apartments upstairs and 2 doors over next door, a couple of businesses also tied to the building. It was downtown on Main Street, so downstairs is businesses, upstairs is apartments. And then, other businesses that she had on the same block. And I managed all of her properties and did basic maintenance on them. And the one building next door, which was a business, they closed. It was a dentist's office. The dentist actually died in a plane crash, so his Cessna went down. But she wanted to expand the bookstore over. So she needed demolition done on it, which is just partition walls and that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, I can do that. So I did the demolition, and I was taking down 2x4 inner frame, of these partition walls one day. I'd already removed all the paneling. It was just bones at that point. Because yes, paneling. It was built in the 70s. All that, all the interior construct. But I was up on a ladder, just a couple steps, just enough to reach to whack off the tops of the 2x4s. I was cutting the nails with a recip saw. And I was up on the ladder, freaking talons. I mean, my nails were like that long. You know, big long things wrapped around a reciprocating saw. Short, fat chick up on a ladder with big old talons and a reciprocating saw. And I'm just cutting away, you know, no customers. And I heard the dinger go off on the door, and was finishing a cut, and then I was gonna hop down off the ladder and head up to the front, you know, and greet the customer. And he heard the sound of the saw, and toddled in there and was kind of standing behind me, looking up, jaw hanging open. And you know, I finished the cut, and as soon as the saw quieted, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, looking down at him, and he's like, "Ooh." I said, "What does it look like I'm doing?" "Looks like you're taking down a wall." And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing." "Oh, you know how to run that thing?" And I'm like, didn't I just do that? You know, I mean, it's just dumb question after dumb question after dumb question. And finally, I was just like, what? Short, fat chicks with long nails can't run a reciprocating saw? "Oh, no, that's not what I meant." I'm like, bullshit. That's exactly what I said.
Exactly what you meant.
To the customer. Bullshit. And yeah, he turned several shades of red. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be, you know." And I'm like, well, yeah, you did, or you wouldn't have been like, you know, standing there asking dumb questions. You know?
Asking man questions.
To a chick with power tools in her hands that, you know, if you piss him off. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that." I'm like, yeah, there you go. Like, wake up, dude. Good thing I'm a nice person, usually. I said, "Now, what can I help you with?" He was in there to get a couple of Western books to read over the weekend. And
well, I'm glad ladies are so full with taking us to the Constitution room.
It was just so freaking funny. You know, just the way he, the questions he asked, the look on his face, the way he addressed me. It was just like, really, dude? I mean, I live in Kansas. It's a smaller town. We're the largest town in this county. But yeah, that doesn't say much because, you know, less than 30,000 population in this town. And the rest of them in the county are, you know, at best 5 and more like 500 population. But yeah, them classic.
Hi, whoever joined us.
It was just freaking hilarious. But yeah, I bet he never did that again. At least he didn't do it with me. He got used to coming in and getting books, and it'd be hard to say what I was doing. I could be in the back washing rental pans. I could be up front with, you know, scary power tools ripping walls apart. You know, you never knew.
A necklace.
I asked her that exact same question when I came in. She was just like, well, I think it's called chain stitch. You were just like chain stitching.
That's what I'm doing now.
And I couldn't see any baubles on the table past your hands, you know. And
so that's
like,
the
what are you doing?
Centerpiece. And I'm creating a double.
I've been taking apart this purse for a couple of days now.
Double chain for it.
There was little squares of bugle beads and then kind of a trim in between. Made it 2 cuts. I got all that. Now it's just these little seed bead, little bundle things here. Get all those ripped out, and then
Hi, whoever came in. Say hello. Let me know you're in my house. You don't have to have a full-on conversation, but I like to know who's visiting.
she likes to know who's parked in one of her lawn chairs in the front yard.
Way of putting it.
Hmm? Hickology. I'm good at it because, yeah, born and raised hick.
Hi, Lusfer.
Hey, Leslie. Oh, lost for words. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh
Makes
yeah,
it too hard
I
to.
use stuff all the time.
Oh, God, I hate these allergies. Oh, I do that, Enville. I used to hit the church rummage sales on bag day, last day of the sale, and buy up bags of clothes that had, you
Hi,
know, thin,
Bonnie.
soft materials, cottons, and
Hey,
things that I was
Lusfer.
looking for.
What was your first name again,
Who?
if you don't mind?
Hey, Bonnie. But yeah, I would take them apart and get the hook and eyes,
Lori.
buttons, little, I loved the embroideries. The little embroideries. I'd love to find shirts with little embroideries on them.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. And I still will bundle onto something. I love getting the men's thin shirts, you know, like their button or snap front shirts. Because those thinner materials are easier to work with doll clothes. And they also have those really tiny plaids that are more scale for doll clothes construction. You know, otherwise regular plaid looks like crazy exploded buffalo plaid for everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get plaid that's on scale for a doll.
Yes, I know.
Those thin men's shirts with the pockets and the
So,
pearl snaps
what
work perfect.
what's
for
your
that.
plans today, Bonnie? What are you doing?
let's talk
Scarlett, don't forget to send me an email. Scarlett's always looking at food. Uh-oh, now she's got Envil going.
She'll have the whole chat going. As people come, she'll add them to the mix. What's funny is most of them will hop in gladly because one of the favorite conversations in the chats, pretty much anywhere that there's a chat room, is food. I think pretty much the only ones that don't like to talk food are the ones that are having to fast or like the doctors are flying their tongue shit, you know. Otherwise, they're all in. But if they're having to like fast for surgery or procedure or a doctor's appointment or lab work, they're like, oh no, not food again. Don't be terrified, lost for words.
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. How old is the baby?
I'm raising 2 kittens and a kitten that I rescued last year, just turned a year. Jasmine, she's my not quite 3-month-old. You know, I was just able to take the crate down here in the living room where we were crating for, you know, sleep at night and that kind of thing. Safe place, because the door's left open during the day and they can, you know, if they get scared or something, they can run in there, and then they've got their own little potty box in there. And had just taken that down, got my living room back, etc., etc. And 4 days later, which would be 4 nights ago now, another rescue about midnight. The mama brought the baby up here. It was on the sidewalk out front here. And,
oh, that's how I got wound up with 7 of them that I have.
The mama brought it because it was sick. It needed help. And she knew it.
So did she have the babies already, or you're still waiting on that?
Oh, is she preggers?
Uh-huh.
That's something I haven't had to do. That's the one area of rescue I haven't had to do. I've only had 1 pregnant female. And we were able to rehome her on a farm where she wanted to be. She didn't want to be a house cat. She wanted to be a farm cat. She did not like being in the house.
My 1 baby and her 6 babies are with me. She showed up at my place very, very pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're guesstimating, so I'm sure you don't, you know, it's kind of, you don't really know when.
Yeah, usually
I'll
when
put
it's
it this
a
way.
rescue.
Do you have other animals or anything in the house?
Oh, so she's pooched out there good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I swear. Mine showed up the same way. Oh,
just
yeah,
look around on YouTube.
Okay.
Kitten births. Just look on YouTube for kitten births.
Yeah, that's what I had to do actually.
Yeah, there's actual births videoed, and you can see, you know, what
occurs
you do.
and stuff. Right. I was very fortunate.
Sure the baby's airways clear, giving it to mama so mama can clean it, etc., etc.
Very fortunate. My mama was really good and had a pretty smooth
Yeah.
delivery. The only thing was, and she tried to keep up on the babies, and one was the runt, of course, and then that one had a hard time getting into the group to get to a teat, so I had to make sure that I paid attention to make sure she got in there.
Yeah. On the regular throughout.
I didn't have to bottle feed anybody because I paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Checked in every little bit, see if she feed in the group. Feed in the group, I hung around, and then wait until I had some of them decided they were full and made sure the little one got in there. But the birthing process, actually, I watched everything except the last one. She surprised me on the last one.
Where did she go then?
Yeah. So it's actually pretty neat to see, man. It really is.
I don't know. I looked up 1 second, and there she was. The next second, I'm hearing scratching.
No, that was one of those balls.
Oh.
She's back over here.
Oh, kitty drama. Miles, come here. Come here, Miles. Miles. Come here, little man.
I'm sure you will. It's the only thing is just paying attention. If you don't see, she's still trying to push, and you don't see a baby for a good 45 minutes. Just kind of take a little closer look at what's going on, make sure nothing is stuck or anything like that. And other than that, it'll happen. I mean, trust me, she wants them out of her as just as bad as you want them out of her.
Yeah. You can imagine how miserable she is. We generally carry one, maybe two, on rare occasion more than that. But yeah, they get to carry multiples all the time, and every few...
Yeah, not knowing how old she is. She doesn't even know if she had any other litters in the past, too. So they may shoot right the heck out of there. She might be an old pro, you never know.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Cockatiel. I used to have a cockatiel. I used to have two of them. One I gave my mom, and because the two didn't get along together, they were bought together, but one was like 3 and one was like 9, and the 3-year-old was terrorizing the male. They needed different cages, so we did that. Mom had one, I had the other, and I had Patrick for, God, I don't know how many years before he passed. And then I had a parakeet that was like 8 or 9 years old when it died. And the vet was astounded. It was time to go, but it was having problems going, and it was laying on the bottom of the cage, and it's filth. I wasn't going to have that, so I took it to the vet to see. I called them to see if there was any way to euthanize a bird. I didn't know. And they were like, well, yeah. And I'm like, fit me in then, because here I come. And had her euthanized, because, yeah, I wasn't going to have her laying in her filth like that. No, it's not.
Yeah, no.
But,
when it's unnecessary,
Yeah. Well, the vet was astounded by her age. He said, we've never had a cockatiel in here that was more than 3 years old. And I said, well, that's not the case anymore. She looks awful good for that age. And I'm like, yeah, but she's old. Her body's giving out, but her heart just keeps pumping, and she needs to go. It's time. So, but he was just astounded at her age, because she was like 9 going on 10 when she passed.
Your Miles.
Miles.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've never personally owned was birds. I had cousins who were into birds when I was young. So I've been around enough, but I never actually owned birds.
Oh, wow, Scarlett. Sorry to hear that. I've had dogs that had seizures. I've never had a cat that had seizures, but I have had a diabetic cat, insulin dependent diabetic cat. Twice a day. Twice a day injections, plus testing her glucose. Come here, baby. You're gonna make me get up, aren't you, man? I'm trying to get my newest rescue so that you can see it. And he's just laying over here on the floor, cleaning his face, ignoring me.
Well,
Like 8 weeks
busy.
old, and he's already
Busy.
ignoring me. Give me a
It's like, you want me to do what? Hold on a minute.
Look at that Buddha belly. He just had breakfast, so he's
Oh, little baby.
he's got quite the Buddha belly on him now. But underneath that, I can still feel ribs and stuff more than I should. But he's only been with us 4 days, and considering
Oh,
he
little
was
baby. Oh.
laid out prostrate, no energy, zero energy, and now he is slowly building up a good frolic. So,
Oh, look at that.
You can
Oh,
see
yeah,
the
rub the belly. Rub the belly.
Yeah, Buddha belly. Yeah, he just got breakfast. Yeah, you just got breakfast. But no, his main issue was fleas. He's still quite anemic. That's why he doesn't have a lot of energy.
No, he seems to be pretty perked up compared to, past few days.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
he was
getting there.
flat out. He was flat out. And he's looking a little too poochy. I gotta get a dose of Nemax from the vet on Monday. Which is dewormer. That's the last thing we need to do, but we were trying to get his stomach kicked back on, and I guess we're gonna clean. Once he got some energy and got his wits about him. Oh, are we gonna kitty yoga right on camera? Really? Okay, thank you. But this is a little boy, and we have named him Miles.
Miles is a good name.
Well, he's a
Like
reincarnation of Millicent, whom we lost in 2016. Apparently, she decided to come back, and I thought Miles was a good close match to, Millie. Miles, Millie. So.
Yeah, it works.
And he likes it, so. But he's a little sparse on hair here. The fleas are hitting real heavy there. But it'll fill back in soon enough. But yeah, he was absolutely infested. Hey, Ron. He's watching the soon-to-be 3-month-old Jasmine. She's over here playing with toys.
Hi, Ron. How you doing today?
There's a set of pet steps over here going up onto kind of a credenza-looking thing. It used to be an entertainment center, and I whacked the middle of it out to the top, dropped it down on the bottom part, made a little cabinet to go in front of the window for him, and put steps there because, we had, just a few years ago, we had a house full of senior citizen kitties.
Yeah, well, now you got all the babies.
That allowed them to get up there and look in the window, and they didn't have to jump. And they're just, these kittens are, it's just a jungle gym for them, but she gets over here and gets to playing. I bought them in a thrift store. They didn't have the pads for the steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought some clearance upholstery fabric and sewed up a set of stair covers. It's just a full canopy thing that goes over it that goes over each step, you know. She'll grab the corner of that and pull on it, or she'll dive up under them because there's, you know, dead space underneath. And she loves to get up in there. That's like her own little cave. And jump out when one of the other kitties is trying to play with this. It's 3 tiers, and then each tier has a ball in a track. They'll go over there to play with that, and she'll jump out and scare them.
That's funny.
But little man here is just sitting here, just watching her play. He does know how to play. He'll grab a toy and roll around on the floor. He's just not there yet to join in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think before long,
Oh yeah.
these two.
Well, plus you got one so close to age.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
roughly
going to help that.
between 2. I'd say probably about 3 weeks apart age-wise. Between 2 and 3 weeks apart age-wise. Yeah, they'll be buddies before it's over with. But she doesn't know what to do with him yet, and he's not quite ready, so he just needs a little more energy
Hi, Ma.
to keep up with her.
What's going on, Tina?
Hi, Tina. Morning, honey.
Anybody else working on anything, or Tina, if you want to come up and talk, if the household ain't too loud, you're more than welcome.
There's something Tina hasn't seen yet. Tina Miles.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, I don't want to be on my bed. I want to watch my big sissy play. Yeah. What's that foot stuck up in the middle of the air? What's that? There you go. No, this is Miles. He's a black kitty with a chocolate undercoat. And here physically he looks more chocolate than he does black. On camera I see that he looks more black than he does chocolate. Yes, Miles. Yep.
Yeah, it's very subtle in the light.
That's what we went with. That's what he liked. I sat him down right here. I had a post-it note on my laptop, which is usually right here. I move it over here to do the craft things. And you want down? All right. Go play. There you go. I had a list, and I went over them, each of them with him, looking him dead in the eye. And when I said Miles, he stood up and touched his nose to mine. It's like, on the nose, Mom, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
And Tina, this is Millicent, reincarnated, my familiar. So, Miles, Millie, I thought that worked well. Apparently he did too.
What were the other options?
But, I had a little list. Somebody gave me the name Otis. Then I had Percival, London, Miles, and
I get it. They'll have to work. They'll have to remember them all.
Maximus.
Oh, you did put Maximus as a potential.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
It was on the list. But it was like 7 names, and I read them off to him individually. And Miles is the one that he stood up and touched me on the nose. I kind of took that as, on the nose, Mom, that's the one. So.
Mm-hmm.
And Miles it is. But he came to me basically flat out. Highly anemic, very dehydrated, underweight, and massively infested with fleas. And scooped him up, brought him in, and immediate capstar, and then a bath, and then combing him out. I swaddled them in a white hand towel, and I keep them that way and towel dry them slowly. Keep changing the towel so he has a fresh dry towel, and each towel is vetted for the fleas that are dropping off and writhing in death. And they all go in a medicine bottle full of alcohol. That's what I got off of him the first night. That's a lot of fleas. And that does not include the ones that went down the drain when I bathed him. And we've added since. But he's eating well, got his full digestive tract and all of his functions working, and because he was pretty much shut down. He was too weak to nurse. And he's doing well now. Oop, be right back.
Oh, yeah. Very long on cat advice. Enough experience.
Okay, I'm back.
So, Lori, where are you in the world?
Who, me?
Lori.
Oh.
Lost her.
Hello, Kathy. It's my old girl. Yeah. She's not quite sure what to think about all these little babies running around. She's like, Mom, I do not have the energy for this.
Oh, North Carolina. Oh, that's right. You said something about NC earlier. That's right. Sorry, old brain don't always work the way you want.
Where'd I hear that? Originally from Minnesota. Cold country. Kansas born and bred.
Hi, whomever else had come in to join us, as I think there might be one more person who's lurking behind there. Just say you're here. I'd like to know who's visiting the house. After that, you can stay quiet if you want.
Is anybody else coming up?
No, nobody's coming up. I think somebody came in the room.
Yeah. I'm just
I don't know if it's YouTube or somebody.
Yeah, you never know whether it's a peep or a bot. And some people are just shy. They just want to lurk a little bit, see if it's a place
Well,
they're
that's why I said,
comfortable
say
in.
hi. Don't have to have a full-on conversation. I just kind of like to know.
Yeah.
Like you said, who's sitting in the lawn chair in front of my house? That's a great analogy.
another one of these shapes. There we go. I'll just get rid of the loose thread because it's just annoyingly distracting. These are all put on 1 or 2 beads per stitch. And you don't know the order in which they stitched them on, so. It's all hand done now. I know back in the day, you know, not every woman worked in a factory. That wasn't acceptable in the 40s and 50s. But they would hire women to make this kind of stuff. And they would just provide the materials and they would stitch them up at their home.
Yep.
And then each week deliver the goods that they had made. And I think they probably had like a quota or something to that effect to go by.
In order to get their check.
Yeah.
Or cash or whatever, you know, their pay.
That was their way to hire women without hiring women.
Right, because they weren't at the business.
Yeah. It wasn't socially acceptable back then to have women in the workplace. But they worked nonetheless. And they probably didn't get paid a fraction of what they should have for the work they did.
Not.
You know, they were probably making like just egg money or something. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Pathetic.
Well, you know, because women really didn't have too much to do at home.
No, just keep house and pop kids. But all I can say is whoever did make this, awesome job. Excellent construction. So somebody's great-great-grandmother or grandmother or something, mother, something, put this together. She does really good beadwork. I mean, she made sure every little gap was filled because this thing was completely beaded, the whole thing. There was no space, no airspace. Every bit of it was filled. Right up to the edge here where it was stitched onto the metal frame. There wasn't, you know, there wasn't a place for a gnat to park.
Mm-hmm.
It was so tightly constructed. See, this was sewed right into that little track. And it was beaded right up to it. And then it's got a beautiful lining made of the same satin, which this was white satin back in the day. Now it's not so much. But very nice design. I am going to reassemble this with a new lining and new base fabric. This is got gauze, probably cheesecloth.
Oh, okay,
As the
Lori. Have a
backing.
good day too. Hey, anybody interested in joining in a craft along? You don't have to have crafting experience. Check out my What's Up video. It's very short, explains what my idea is and what I hope to do. And hopefully we get enough people who want to participate. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I just gotta
As soon as
figure
I
out.
get enough people interested and letting me know they want
Yeah,
to do it and they're ready to do it, then I'll set up a day.
cool. Yeah,
And
I
then,
just gotta figure
like,
out.
also I did it where there was no pressure for them to be on camera either, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
and I can show, I just send a picture of the after and I can show what they did.
yeah, yeah. They don't have to be on panel or come on to show, or they can just shoot you a picture and
Yep, and I'll just create a slideshow of everything.
yeah, pretty awesome.
Well, plus that might give somebody the opportunity who might not have thought about doing it to maybe try it because they don't have that worry of having to
Yeah,
be up here.
yeah. They don't have to do all that. Yeah, I just want to figure out what my base piece is gonna be. I haven't been going to stores, so I gotta dig through my stash and see what I have. I've got wood pieces and stuff.
Well, like I said, if people are interested, shoot me an email. Just go watch that little video, and I'll get a consensus on what day is best and about what time is best. And I'll do a show that day, so we
Yeah,
can all start working at the very least on it, and then I'll give you maybe the next week or whatever to finish it up because people have lives. This might just be something they're trying to do on the side just to have something different to do too.
yeah.
So give
With
like a week for them to get it done. Send me a pic, and then I'll create the video and put it out when I get everybody's pics in.
yeah.
Oh.
What I'd give them a couple of weeks.
Well,
because
the reason why I wanted to
people,
start with the show is so that some questions can come that might come up can get answered and things like that,
mhm.
and get them going on their flow of what they're going to be doing, and then it will be more comfortable for them to continue it on their own.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll see if people start sending stuff in, and I see a few people are behind. I'll just I'll wait. I mean, it's not pressure.
yeah,
I just would like
yeah.
I would like to be able to show everybody's product when it's done. Okay, so
Well, I do know that like our crafty stuff in our stores, our Dollar Tree. Yeah, those
it's
shelves
pretty
are bare.
limited. Well, that's
Yeah,
why I kind of did what I did.
but I know like Dollar General. I don't know about Family Dollar. We don't have one of those anymore. Big Lots might have stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
Hobby
places
Lobby,
have
Michaels.
people have different types of dollar stores in their town too, and maybe not a chain.
Yeah.
A big chain.
Well, it wouldn't even have to be a raw wood piece. It could be just a picture frame.
Well, yeah.
You
That's why I said, or something similar.
Yeah. I'm just throwing other ideas out there. Somebody might have a picture frame just in their closet that needs a makeover.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
There's some loose beads laying around.
The double.
That's why I'm doing it on here. And sometimes I just pick it up and give it a wiggle. Collect up the loosies. Because they drop into these little holes and you can't feel them. Especially when they're hugging.
Mops the claw with an extender on it.
Come on, Anne, hang on. There we go.
Very true, Ron. Okay, Mom.
This background ditty that's going on right now reminds me of an old movie that Olivia Newton-John did called Xanadu.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of 70s psychedelic.
Yeah, I remember the film. Yeah.
But yet it was like skating, you know, like roller skating or something.
Yep.
I can't remember if it was roller or ice, but
Roller. It was the 80s. Roller.
I haven't watched it since then, so.
I remember they promoted the heck out of that, and it kind of bombed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now it's cult fiction.
Because I think it was after, what's that other one?
They tried to do a remake of Xanadu? It must have bombed because I ain't never heard of it.
Well, the first one was a bomb. Sis said they promoted the heck out of it, but yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a big movie, but
no, but now it's just a
good.
cult classic.
Yeah, it's one of those. It commemorates the time.
Yeah,
it really does.
Grease. It was after Grease.
Yeah, it was after Grease. Yeah.
They were riding on their coattails of that.
Yeah, they were riding on the coattails of Grease. Sis says when they made that.
Hey, who else is hanging out? Says I got. Well, let's see. Not counting you and me, 5 other people. At least 5 other people in the chat.
Yeah, I don't have YouTube open.
Oh, you don't have the tab? Oh, okay. So then.
No, I'm just watching the chat here on this restream thing.
Okay. 5 or 6 people on here.
Cool.
Because I'm in there. Because I like to have the separate chat.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them too, so.
No, so I'm saying if you
Normally.
don't have YouTube open, then you're not
Yeah,
on
I
this
don't
count
right now. Yeah. Normally I do though. I have YouTube's chat open and it does count as a person if you just have the
Yep.
chat. But where I'm not moderating, I didn't figure I needed both.
Oh,
When I'm moderating, yeah, I
Gabby,
definitely have both.
things going on right now on his thankful. So I don't know if I should. How you guys feel? You guys gonna hang out here? You gonna go? You got another plan, or let me know. If you guys gonna hang out here, I'll keep going. If everybody's gonna split, then. Yeah.
Let's see, Tina chat. I wonder what she's up to today. Is she a munchkin today? I can't remember if her daughter's. I think her daughter's off today. I can't remember.
Well, but you know her too. She has a few places she goes, so she may just have it open in the background somewhere else.
You never know. Can't keep a hold of the friggin' bees. The hand just keeps letting go. It's a nerve thing tied to a bad area in my spine. I was sitting here watching a video early this morning, and my pointer finger, just my pointer finger, went numb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that shoulder dislocates, the whole arm goes numb. But yeah, that was just my pointer finger. It felt totally weird. Something new.
Well, you know, when you got nerve damage,
here.
you know, when you got nerve damage, your nerves kind of
Yeah,
they
well,
reroute. So sometimes you'll start feeling things you've
yeah,
never felt before, or it'll actually cause a pain where you've never had it before because it actually regenerated a nerve, which
yeah.
now it's in pain. So.
Well, I'm going without pain management for an extended period of time here.
Shoot,
Getting
man.
set up with a different.
You know, Scarlett, you really need to. I gotta get you living over here. You like to cook way too much, and I'm not. I used to like to cook, but I'm not so much into it anymore. But she's always doing something.
Mm-hmm. It's because she likes her food. But no, I go for a medial pain block test on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
If that works, then we'll do one more test to confirm it, make sure it wasn't a one-off.
Right.
And if that's effective, then they'll be going in and doing a procedure to burn the ends of the nerve endings in that region to have a longer term pain relief. I'll have to go back in and get it redone once in a while. I think he said every 6 months to year and a half, 2 years, somewhere in there. Just depends on how quickly my body regenerates it. But it's better than going in every 6 weeks for a spinal epidural.
No, it's not just that too. Every 6 weeks, and then after a certain amount of time, those things just don't work anymore.
Yeah, man, that's where I'm at. I only get a couple of weeks.
I thought you said you already had the burgers on the grill. Now you're saying, nah, you might make hot dogs. What are you doing? You don't even know what you're doing.
Decisions. That's when you make a few
Really?
of both, and then you can eat on it for
We
a few
could
days.
try it if you want to come up and hang out, Ron. I'm willing to try it.
I've been on panel with Ron. He's fine.
No, what I mean is he's saying restream the program I'm using. He doesn't think likes Avatar, but whatever.
It worked fine for me, Ron. You just add your screen name and what have you when you come in the first time, and then it holds it for future visit. It only takes a minute, though. It's much like StreamYard's, just slightly different, but it's easy enough to delineate what's what. It's pretty straightforward. I like the background on this better. The blue background, instead of the stark white, is less stress on my eyes. I mean, either works. I just, comparing. I guess the blue background, this is more soothing. Whereas StreamYard's just a stark white background. I haven't figured out a way to dark screen or anything like that on it to tone it down.
Oh, crud. Let's see.
All the beads over here. Just got little man down for a nap. She folded a load of clothes here and dozed off. The clothes pile up around her.
Good in that department. I want to be able to craft on it and not have any issues or anything that blocked.
Yeah. Welcome back, Tina. What you eating? Tina just got back from Grab and Grub. And probably an unload reload as well. She's anything like me, which I know she is. She tends to bundle that stuff.
And I can finally test at least a third person theory on here. I haven't done that one yet.
Oh yeah, try that. See how the little blocks go like we were talking about yesterday.
Plus, if he's only going to be Avatar, then I can play with it a little bit too. to see, like, making him smaller, how it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can tinker around with it.
You got a sandwich.
Sandwiches work.
Oh, that must be how you make someone bigger. Okay. I gotta scope this out. See if this makes you bigger. Yep, that's how you do it.
Cool.
Hey, what do you know? Learn something new every day.
Got that part figured out.
All right.
Oh, cool, Tina.
I messed myself up here. What's going on? Oh. It's almost like I may use this, you know, for when certain people that come on regularly or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like my pop-ups. But if I have a scheduled thing where I know people are coming to be on there for different, you know, more specific things, then, and they're used to StreamYard, I can use that for that. I actually don't mind this program at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Does the job.
Yeah, and there's no limit on the hours.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
And you don't, for craft hangouts, you don't need to have to pay for it and all that,
No, it's not like I'm up here consistently selling product to
Well,
pay
if you
for
were
all this
selling,
stuff,
then
you
you
know?
could budget it into your.
Exactly. I mean, if someone sees something they like, they can buy it. Just contact me, but I mean, it's not like I'm like, hey, here it is, buy it. Yeah.
Well, you don't have somebody on here counting down an auction for you. We're just hanging out.
If I were to do it, I would not be auctioning. If I was to do it, I would be a strictly buy it now. You either want it or you don't.
If I was to do it, I wouldn't do the lives. I do pre-records with buy it nows, and they can just comment in the chat, have your notifications on so you receive the messages, and just reply back to them via email.
Well, either way, even in a live, it would be first one in, yours, done. You know, no arguing, no whatever. As soon as I see it, I'll buy it. And I'll always look at, see, there's certain things I would always do. I'd always have YouTube up, refresh live chat.
Yeah.
So there's no, I see what they're seeing. And if they're seeing something different, it's just a matter of them refreshing, and then they'll see what I see. There's no argument.
Yeah, newbies, they have to learn that one. That their comments always look like they're first, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube glitch. It does that. Which can be frustrating, if you really wanted something, it looks like you got it, but then you didn't,
Yeah, I mean, and I feel bad for folks, but to me, like Cody was talking about earlier, it's like, I look at it as, listen, especially if they're saying they have YouTube open and they're looking at YouTube chat and they say that so-and-so was first Don't argue. Why are you arguing?
Yeah.
Is that item really that important that you're gonna argue? No, but I was first. I was first. I'm like, oh, honey, please. I've asked a couple of times, and I've been
Yeah,
in
confirmed.
live chat, and I have seen every once in a while, like, people are human too. I knew I was first. I refreshed the thing, did the whole 9 yards, looked at it. No, I was first, but they called it somebody else. That's okay. Like I said, I look at it as, wasn't meant to be.
Yep.
I'm not gonna live or die, without that, whatever it is, brooch or whatever. Now she's doing pizza. Girl, you got way too much options in your fridge. That's your problem. See, she started out ambitious. Hamburgers. Then she went to hot dogs. That could be cooked either way, grill or stovetop or microwave, a few options there.
Yeah.
Now she's at pizza fingers, which is, I'm just going to use the microwave.
Pizza fingers must be kind of like pizza rolls.
Yeah. Like finger food.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember pizza rolls when I was a kid. I can't eat them anymore now. Something sets me off.
I think it's the acidity and the sauce. Some of those products like that are just, they don't put enough alkaline in it to kill the acidity, and it kills adults.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's made for youthful people with iron stomachs.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is.
Pizza Subway rolls.
They don't like me.
Oh, so is it like a sub roll, like cut in half, made into a pizza? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Or is it something that's rolled up? Oh, okay. So she's talking like what we do French bread pizzas here.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking
That's
about.
what I'm thinking, something to that effect. Which you're across the pond, aren't you, Scarlett? So they might not do things quite the same.
Well, they don't term them the same way as we do.
Yeah, they don't process this stuff the same way.
Well, no, what they call things is a lot different. Like what we would call a particular thing, they call it the same thing, but it's a totally different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. Which some of those can be quite comical.
Oh yeah, like fingers and mash.
I think the funniest one that I still laugh when I think about it, the gal that played Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter movies, Emma Watson, she came over here stateside to one of our colleges, and she was having a test in a classroom, and it was like timed.
Mhm.
You know, so they're kind of, you know, got to beat the clock kind of thing. And she had made a mistake in what she was writing, and she needed to erase her error. And she hopped up and was asking just, you know, the class in general, you know, for a rubber, which is an eraser over there.
Right. Yeah.
And,
I know what you meant.
the teacher was really struggling with getting the class back
What
under
she-
control.
Right. Yeah,
She
because
was
everybody was
mortified. The class
dying.
was busting a gut, you know. So trying to get the class back in order to get them to finish their test, because, you know, you are on a timer. But that's just culture things. I think after her year here, she went back over because it's just too complicated. I don't know.
Oh
She
yeah,
only
it's
came
the
here
same
for a
thing
year,
as when
though. And,
students from here go abroad over there, and terminology is
oh yeah, there's
different.
culture shock. You know, you're not going to find the things that you're used to buying, like on the grocery store shelves. You know, you're not going to find your favorite brand name or this or that. You know, things aren't done the same way there as they are here or whatever.
I don't think I have Moss. Do I have Moss? Oh yeah, I should have Moss email.
Yeah,
Went to her
Tina
yet?
Powell.
Probably not. Let's see. She sent me. Ooh, did I keep that? You remember what it starts with?
Tina Powell, and some numbers is her email. Unless she sent it to you through trinkets. Tina's Trinkets and Things is her other email.
I have it coming up.
Do you need me to send her the link? I can shoot it to her in Messenger.
Yeah, just send it to her. It'd be easier.
Okay. I can do that.
And she gave me that, so I want to put her in my contacts, so I got her. Oh, I'm doing that.
Here it comes, Tina. It's in your messenger. There, done. And she sent you her email again in the chat. I sent it to you in
I see
Messenger,
that.
Tina. But yeah, you can make note of that too. Add her to your address book.
Okay, how come I don't see everybody? Oh, there they are. Like, hold on a minute. Oh, it's Ron.
There's Ron.
Hey,
Hello,
Ron.
Are you there, buddy?
Yep. Now can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello? Okay.
Yeah,
Here
we
you
got
are.
you.
Hey, the avatar did come up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, if you've got an
Restream.
avatar saved on Google, it'll come up.
Yeah, I think when Restream first came out, it wouldn't let the avatar come up unless you had the camera on. So how are you ladies today?
Doing okay.
Doing all right.
Makes me larger. And you
She's
two
gonna be-
about the same size.
She's gonna be.
I mean, you can put me
screen.
in the background probably, since you guys are working on stuff.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, she's
Trying to
she's
figure
still
it
new to
out.
This. She's tinkering. So you're gonna get bounced around the screen
Okay. Well, am I
while
able?
she's playing. She was waiting for the opportunity to have
Anything
um,
else with
more
that?
than 2 people
Maybe
on
not.
here. Ooh, that works good.
Yeah, but then you're tiny.
Yeah, but it's not like I'm constructing a masterpiece here. I'm ripping apart an old one that needs help. There's not a lot to look at.
Okay.
You know, if I was beading, people would probably want to be able to see, but where I'm just deconstructing, I'm just sitting here with a seam ripper. Kind of.
Then I guess I'll leave myself figures.
Yeah, then they can see what you're doing.
A, it's my show, and B, I'm actually constructing rather than destructing.
Exactly.
There you go.
I gotta deconstruct though before I can reconstruct. Then they can see the
And
beadwork.
see what happens
Yeah, for
when
now.
Ma comes in.
Yeah. She's probably getting set up. And
Yeah, she said she was getting
Hi,
something to
Scarlett.
eat.
she'll take her plate to the kitchen, do another unload, reload if necessary.
Oh, she's going to go get something to do. Oh, okay, cool. Figure all this out. I'm going to learn how to
Cool.
use this stuff. 4 people max. So what else is new and exciting, Ron?
Rain, muggy, dreary here.
We're a
Scarlett's
little
been begging for that.
cooler right now, but not, you know. We're still gonna be
Max.
pushing 90.
Yeah, Max is wanting to go outside, but naturally when he comes in, he's going to be all muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss my kitty, K-Pax. She kept everything nice and equal and kept Max in his place.
Thanks so much for putting him to bed. He
Yeah.
just draped
Only
across your
for
lap.
one.
I didn't realize that. That's hilarious. I thought the baby had been put in the grave. No. Strapped across her thigh, sound asleep. I don't think so, not this time of day.
That was one thing that K-Pax always did. Every night she would come down, jump on the bed, come up and give me a kiss on the head and then leave.
Mhm.
Wouldn't sleep here or stay in the bed, but she always, say good night.
Is this your cat?
Cute.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
his cat.
passed of my video. Yeah.
Yeah. Cats are rather nocturnal. So they like put you to bed so they can have me time. And
Yep.
go do whatever it is cats do.
She used to crack me up because there was the ball inside the plastic and you smack it and it goes round.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2, 3 in the morning. Oh, this is what I'm gonna play with. And it would ring through the house. And I would go and try to hide it and she'd go find it.
Well, yeah, they're gonna pick the loudest toy when you're trying to go to sleep. It's like,
Yep.
night, love you, but here it comes.
It's my
buddy.
time.
Yeah.
Scarlett asking if I've been a good boy. Always, Scarlett. Even more so in the last few weeks. Because I've been trying to get an aid and they keep sending me horrible, I'm starting to feel like I'm going to have to burn my underwear like the women did back in the old days, the bras.
What, to get attention?
So you're trying to get a medical aid that comes over, and you're ending up with Methuselah?
Oh, I got 40 hours a week approved through Medicaid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm way up, I'm right on the PA line, so, nobody wants to come up here. Most of the aides come out of Baltimore. And by the time they buy, it was even worse before, but now it's even, with gas. So by the
Yeah,
time they
food
drive up
prices.
here and see the country, and then they see Max, they're scared to death of Max, and he's just a big,
Marmaduke
kid,
dog. Yeah.
Yep. And so then, and then most of them they don't cook. They want to bring me stuff from McDonald's and Burger King and all this. And they,
How healthy is that? Oh,
Well,
that's
to top
why
it off,
I'm,
it's not like they're gonna pay for it either.
well, some of them did because they don't know how to cook. I mean,
too
simple
lazy
stuff,
for it.
bacon, any type of meal prep. So, dealt with that. And then anything, making the bed or cleaning abilities, running a washer and dryer. It's just been a horrible mess. And none of them are real. I mean, I remember aides being like nurses or where they were in the nursing field. It's not like that anymore. They're just hiring people out of the paper and sending them out to people's homes. It's kind of scary.
They're the aides are more like housekeepers that ain't cleaning house.
Yeah, they just want to sit there and be on their phones and just clock in and clock out.
Yeah, they just want to babysit, not actually have to do anything. They prefer patients that they can just sit there.
Yeah, and I mean, 4 years
that can do their own thing.
Because I applied in April of 2018. First aide that ever set foot in the house was September, and then I've had 19 since. And after the lockdown, I've had only 4, and all the rest of the time I've been here by myself.
Yeah, see, I'm approved for that as well as home health and a housekeeper.
Yeah, I can get all that stuff too.
I haven't activated any of it because of Rona. It's there if I need it, but
see, I had a great aide. Her name was Amber, and as soon as the corona hit, she got all scared because
hey, the C word, the C word.
Oh, sorry. As soon as that hit, she, got sniffles and nose. So she ran to Baltimore and got tested. Well, as soon as she got tested, they had to take her off of the program.
Yeah.
And she waited 3 months to get a result. And then by then, they wouldn't hire her back.
Yeah.
And then what it was just allergies. I told her, I said, my son's got allergies. I mean, it looked like all the symptoms was allergy. But I don't know.
Yeah, I have allergies.
Did we lose Scarlett? Yeah, she's probably off and running.
Well, when you cook hamburgers, pizza, and hot dogs at one time, it takes a while.
She wasn't cooking all that at the same time. She kept deciding what she was going to eat.
One thing I love about Scarlett, her and I cut up. It's like crazy. Yeah, she's there. She went with pizza.
She can't type. Her hands are full of food. Stuffing pizza in her face with one hand and flipping burgers with the other.
Yeah, and grease all over the keypad.
Well, she can't type and she can't do, like voice to text kind of thing because her mouth is full of food,
I think that's why she uses laughing emojis so much.
Hey, we gotta pick on you, Scarlett.
It was so weird because last night I was just browsing around and I saw Lost for Words, in a chat.
Mhm.
And then when I got here this morning, here she was in your chat. I'm like, that's strange.
Mhm.
And I went over and saw her last truth video. I thought it was pretty cool. North Carolina. I know a lot of people from North Carolina.
Yeah, East Coast. There is a crap ton of sellers on the East Coast. I don't see how they all source. You know, there can only be so many resources along that line there.
Oh, not like out west, right? You know, like even
Or back east. You know, in New England, God. All the little stores and nooks and crannies and even their yard sales have some mind-blowing stuff. Ain't nothing that Hickville here would have. Trash picking.
Scarlett, you probably sleep with one eye on the keyboard and the other eye sleeping. I think Harry Humberg's closest to me.
Humstone?
Humstone, yeah.
Yeah, Harry Humstone, not Bird. You got burgers in the brain.
I do.
You have to let him know you changed his name to Humberg instead of Humstone.
Yeah, because he drives by my, or not far from my house all the time through Haverty Grass and down 95, going to, you know, pick up stuff and yard sailing and all that.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, I got a lot of stuff here. I got to dig it out and find it.
Well, shoot, I'm sure if you dug it out and found it, he'd come right over.
Yep.
See what you got going.
And that's what cracked me up, because he says, well, you know, I just like, you know. And then he went into the hoarder's house, and he's on top of them piles. And I'm thinking, my house is nowhere near like that.
Yeah, some of the
I think I hear something. I'm not sure if I heard that or not.
clean outs. You're back east, aren't you? Ron, aren't you? New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, somewhere in there.
3.
I'm right on.
I thought I heard somebody came in, but I guess not.
I'm in Maryland, right on the PA line, just south of
Yeah,
York
so
and
you're up in that area.
Yep.
Some of even the trash picking that they do. I watch Paper and Moose and Taco Stacks, and just some of the trash picking. Some of the stuff that they find that, well, especially Taco Stacks, that he's gonna throw in for scrap, is like freaking gold here, because we just don't have it. You know, like
and that's
a lot
the
of
thing.
Copper stuff that they have, molded copper stuff, flower pots and all kinds of things. Yeah, we hardly use copper here. You find
And see, I'm right.
copper?
I'm close to the Amish too, so you know.
Yeah.
But the people just set the stuff out at the end of the driveway and put freeze sign on it.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to get some really nice stuff that way, but I can't do it anymore because I can't get in and out of the. I can drive the vehicle, but I can't get in and out of it.
Yeah, you can't just do the hopping around like, you know, in and out of the vehicle and hauling stuff up into, you know, like a van and that kind of thing. And I hear you. I'm the same way. I used to go to auctions and yard sales and all kinds of stuff. I wasn't a reseller. It was just necessity for me. You know, of course, that stopped here with my back blowing out and then the current state of the world. But, you know, I miss it.
Hi, Leanne. Is it Leanne? Yeah.
There was an
Hi,
auction
Leanne.
house here in town. Just an old building.
Oh.
Used to be a dance hall.
She has chocolate chip hangover.
Ruh-roh.
Maul said knock knock. Was she in the basement?
Yeah, she's
Yeah, that would
West
mean
Coast.
she's in the back room.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Leanne. But I miss it. There was this one auction house. It was indoors. It was heated or cooled. And they just set everything out on tables and just go around and do their thing. Loved it. They had a little place where you could grab a hot dog or a bowl of chili, a drink, you know. So you didn't have to carry food too much. Loved it. And first year of the current state of the world, aka 2020, the owner of that passed. Not because of that, it was other health, but still. I didn't find out about it until the next spring. And, or no, fall. Yeah, that fall. And it was months. I was so looking forward to being able to do that again. But, now it's not there anymore. Total pin in the patootie. Yeah, cookies do sound good, Tina. Is she in the back end, Stacy? Sounds like Stacy stepped away for a minute. I gotta mute for a second. I seen a hand. Are you back, Stacy? I'm not hearing you, hon.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
Yeah, we aren't hearing you. Tina's in the back end. Check and see if you're muted, hon. Because we're not hearing you. She has glue hands.
I wish I had some real ones, Leanne. I love cookies and milk. That's one thing about the internet and chats and everything. It takes you back to being a kid with your imagination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think you can comment. Yeah, she went out to come back in probably to try to. I was gonna type it in the chat, but
Yeah, I was getting ready to type it too.
all I have open is StreamYard, and there's no place to type in the public chat on here, just like on StreamYard. You have to pop up YouTube. Cat on the table. Hide the tools. Cover the beads. There. Yes, I love YouTube. Hang tight, Tina. We're trying to get you in here. Leanne, I'm disassembling a vintage handbag. I've taken the lining out and I'm deconstructing the beads. the fabric is decaying and the thread holding the beads is rotting. So I took the frame off and everything, and I'm gonna rebead the same pattern, just new fabric, new thread. I'll use Kevlar thread to bead it. Gives it a lot longer life. But right now I'm just taking all these beads off. I've already photographed and sketched the pattern that was on here. So then I'll rebuild it. I'm a beater and a seamstress, so not a problem. I've made a lot of these bags over the years, or just bought frames and, you know, made my own design for the bag part to attach, and did my own thing. But it says vintage. This is 1940s, 50s. Then there's another that I got that is 1920s, 30s that I deconstructed here a couple of weeks ago. This is the frame. I always look for the ones that are fully beaded and have an ornate frame. But here's the frame that was on it.
Hi, Deborah.
But I will build a new bag and reconstruct it. It's got little jewels right here on the thumb turns. There's little rhinestones in there. And then it, you know, has its original strap. And the frame is in really good shape. It just needs a cleaning. It's got some smudge on it. But
Oh, you can't see the chat, can you, Willow?
I can see the chat. I just can't comment in it. I'm watching the chat through.
Yeah, Stacy says not sure. I'm not to restart this yet.
Well, if you need to restart, just let us know, and we'll pull out of here and watch for you to come up new. Just let us know. It could have just funked out on you. That happens. But you might be able to just come back in this one. If you need the link, I can email it to you. But if you copy paste just on a random line on anything, you've probably still got it from when you sent it to me. But if you need it, I can send it to you. You should be able to just get back in it through your account, though.
Yeah, she had just sent it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent it to Tina. Yeah, she'll let us know.
We're holding down the fort, Stacy.
Yep. We'll hold it open until you know what you're doing. There she is.
Ta-da!
Just waiting to see if she can say anything and we can hear her. If you've said anything thus far, we're not hearing you. Well, he's holding one side down, I'm holding down the other.
Yeah, I'm in the cantina side where the food and drinks are.
Hello, Tina.
Oh, I'm in here.
There you are.
Can you hear
Oh, we
me?
can hear you.
Yes.
There
Yep.
you are.
I
Now you just have to
Tina.
play boxes again
Okay,
and
so
figure
I'm
out-
back.
Yep, you're back.
Okay, cool. Jeepers
And
Christmas.
Scarlett thinks this whole thing
Learn
is
something new every day.
total riot. She's losing her shit in the chat. She just thinks this is a total riot. Well, welcome, Tina. She said she's deconstructing jewelry.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
Mm-hmm. We can't hear you very loud right now, Tina.
not very loud.
No,
Tina?
not very
Okay, hold
loud.
on a minute. That might be my fault. Hold on.
Do I need to turn my volume up?
It might be me.
Oh,
Hold on a
man.
second.
Yeah,
It's
hold
terrible,
on, Tina.
man.
Stacy's checking to make sure the setting you're
All
doing
right,
here.
let's try that.
Hello, hello.
Tina?
Yeah.
We can
Oh,
hear you, but you're pretty
no,
low.
yeah, I'm good on this end for my settings, so.
So my mic
Yeah,
is where
probably
it's
just-
always at, volume wise.
Okay, hold on. I'll see if I can pick it up a little bit.
Say, I don't.
But you're just.
She sure is, Leanne.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yes. No, it's not
Yes,
my
Leanne.
fault.
Sometimes Tina, when she like sits back on the bed, it just takes her just far enough away from her mic that she pulls.
Yeah,
So
because
sometimes
he's
she
like,
has to fiddle
her
with it.
volume's like twice our volume.
Yeah. I think it's just a resistance line with her volume and how far back away she is from her mic. Because her mic is on her desk that's next to her bed, and when she leans back on the bed, I think it takes her just far enough away. It just kind of breaches that barrier.
What? Oh, the
She
New
gets
York
muffled.
probably comes out, especially when I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying.
All right,
It's your
let's try
channel.
that. How am I?
That's better.
Hello,
It's a
hello?
little better.
Yeah, you're still low, but it's workable.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm gonna try my end a little bit more and see if that helps. So you don't have to make too many adjustments. All right, let's see how that is. That's not a twang.
Yeah,
A
Scarlett,
twang?
what's a twang?
Stacy doesn't have a twang. I got a twang.
I got a
Yeah,
twang,
so do
too.
I. Midwest takes always have a twang. We just don't have a drawl.
Okay,
I
how do
could
you
do-
guys feel? How do you
I
think
could do
the
this
level
like-
is for Ma? And why aren't you guys
Can y'all hear me?
green?
I
Hello?
don't know. You got you up big, and we're all back behind. We can hear you, Tina.
Okay, as long as y'all can hear me, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, it's
that's a
much
lot
better now, I think.
Yep, agreed.
Increased.
Yep,
Hey, hello, peoples.
could need to see
Screen
it in the
change.
stream too. I've seen that happen where it muffles for 30 seconds and then all of a sudden it corrects itself. It's like it's setting itself for what it just went into or something.
Could be. Because I've never been on Restream before, so.
Why is this
Yeah,
not
this is only
working
my
now?
second time. I kind of like it though. The blue background's soothing.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't make my eye grumpy.
Okay, let me try. Trying to get the silly settings to work so we all come up, but apparently.
I have no clue how you fiddle with that.
Sort of,
It's gotta be
Leanne.
awesome.
Just different.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's not doing it, the thing. Okay, let's try this again.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be that's
Okay,
why.
let's switch to
a lot of people
you.
don't- Could be why a lot of people don't use it.
Well, it was
because
just
what you
working.
get-
Okay,
Oh, there you go.
hold on.
There you go. You got all
I
four of
think
us
I
up
might
there?
have figured this out.
Yay. She's been waiting to have, a panel 4 to be able to tinker with it. Of course, it glitches out, and then she gets muted, and Murphy's
Right.
Law.
Okay, so let me try this one. See what happens now that everybody showed up again.
Yeah, that just has me big, and everybody else is the little thumbnail size on the bottom.
Okay. So then if I do that, I think this one would make me big. I think if it'll.
And I have this dadgum cat deciding she wants to be in my lap while I'm trying to work.
And everybody's down below. I hope.
I have them.
See, I
walk
lost
by.
everybody again. That's the thing.
Yeah,
There
I
it
don't
is.
know. Like I said, maybe that's why Restream isn't seen that often on YouTube, because it's got too many glitches or something. But if you can fiddle with it and kind of figure out the glitches, it works for
Well,
what you
I'm
do.
just gonna
You
go
know, it's
back
not
here.
like an auction.
This is what I need anyway. Is what's hopefully gonna come up. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's just a craft hangout. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Well, I remember when Restream.
No, I cannot say that. See,
When I
unlike
first saw
everybody else, I do read what you
Restream,
say,
everything
what
was
you type
backwards.
before I say anything. Hold on, I'm trying to get this to do with what I want it to do here. It's deciding, no, don't want to do that.
Yeah, people only caught me once or twice, and then I learned to read before I opened my mouth.
Scarlet, stop.
Scarlett's a pro at trying to slip him in. She's always trying to get Victoria.
Right?
And Leanne, I want everyone to listen to you. You don't have an accent.
The only time I get a draw, because I did live in Tennessee for a few years, and it took me a while to get rid of it when I came home. Nobody could understand me. But a southern drawl will come out of me when I get too totally pissed. If there's
It'll
southern
come
drawl,
out.
then yeah, you know you're on my poop emoji list.
No, that's what I want.
When we used to go to Carolina to visit my relatives, they were up in the hills, and I'd only be there for like 5 days or something. I'd come back home and I'd be talking exactly like them. Everybody was at school. Why are you talking like that? I said, I want to visit my relatives.
Well, Midwesterners in particular pick up accent
I do. I pick them up easy.
really well. I mean, I would imagine that
Why isn't this doing?
if I had been able to travel abroad and, went and spent, 2 weeks in Australia or England or something like that, I'd come home sounding
I went
funny.
in and played with my settings in.
Did I lose audio?
No, you're still here.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I played with my settings in Restream, and I played with my microphone settings. Can you hear me even better now?
Yep,
Yep, you're good.
you're normal now.
Okay.
At least mine sounds fine. I'm on phone using the phone mic and stuff.
Yeah, you're fine, Ron.
I can hear you loud and clear, Ron.
Yep.
So my voice changer's working.
Yeah.
I actually talk like this.
Ah. Well, that was different than I
Hey.
thought it would.
Tim says, hello, everybody.
But that's different.
Okay, so this is basically what I want anyway, end all be all, so.
Well,
Max
at least
for
you
people.
found it and got there.
Well, I got it, and then it went away. Why am I,
Yeah.
because everybody went behind the scenes.
Notifications popping up.
Okay.
One thing I do like about the chat on this
Here we
is
are
the new
today.
comments come in on top instead of bottom.
Yeah.
so I don't miss them because they're buried behind a notification that I haven't gotten closed yet. Try calling an auction and the notifications start popping up and you can't reach your type line to type in, you know, the going once, going twice, or whatever. God, it's maddening. Everybody's like, just shut them off when you're doing an auction. There's a whole problem. I've done that before. Then I can't remember how to turn them back on. And 2 weeks
Whole
later, I
thing is
finally figured
that
it out.
I can't see how you could swap.
Just go with what you got now and craft. You can always fiddle with it more another day.
Well, I got
And
4
do they
people
still
right
have
now.
the restaurant up on the tower?
She's locked in like a bulldog, guys. She's determined to fiddle with this
Well,
setting
shoot,
stuff
when you
and
got the
figure it out.
opportunity, I'd rather learn now than
Right?
keep messing on a later date. But I'd like to know how if I could speak people around, but I can't see very.
Try dragging them. Click on a person and drag them. Just like you would in StreamYard. Try that.
Yeah, the drag and drop.
Well, I've had guests stream. Well, I had 1 guest, but not 2.
Yeah, she
Can you
hasn't had to
sit
figure
early?
out multiples on StreamYard yet because the most she's had is just me and her.
And the tall one that was on the white capper, and then
Well, I'm
one
in
up at,
Florida, Leanne. Everybody's from everywhere else.
I was there back in the 80s. I don't remember what year, but it was so
And
cool
that's it?
because you're eating and it's slowly
There you
turning,
go.
and you get to see the surroundings.
Oh wait, think I figured it out.
Yay.
Maybe.
And you'll be able to take some of this knowledge when you do use StreamYard to
Hey,
probably do some
hold
of
it
the other
down
stuff
and
on there.
drag it over.
Yep.
Yes,
Drag and
that's
drop.
it, man.
Yeah, drag and drop is
And
your
yes, they
friend.
do. I have found when I'm on a panel with all the women, I don't get to say much.
Well, I'm on a tablet. I'm not on a computer.
What?
I'm not using a mouse. It's all my little fingers.
Well, you know what they say, Ron? Girls rule and boys drool.
I haven't heard that.
That takes you back to,
That was the old adage.
yeah.
Yeah, TG. Ron likes being around the ladies, though.
Yeah, I opened the door for a lady a while back, and what are you doing? Nothing. I was just checking the lock to make sure the hand works.
Check the lock. So you can lock her back out.
Well, see, I grew up in the time when you would go open the door for, date, girlfriend, whatever, and then, she'd reach across and unlock the driver door, so you'd get in.
Right.
And Mom always said, if she doesn't reach across and unlock the door for you, don't go out with her again. And all that's changed because now all you got to do is hit a button or wave your foot under the back of the car.
That shows chicks have slightly higher standards. We've all got the pass the test kind of thing when it comes to dates.
Well, I mean, we just enjoy being gentlemen, and I guess it was appreciated.
I'm just saying,
Well,
For
we grew
women.
up at different times.
yeah.
Well, see, I can't wait for the first time. If I ever go out again, I'm going to go over on the passenger side and just stand there and wait. Aren't you going to open the door
Well,
for
it's
me?
just like a lot of things, Leanne, that are known for in different cities. It becomes private, or it just, become so touristy they don't bother anymore. The movie Sleepless in Seattle really did not help your cause, at least in the sense of the locals enjoying that.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies that turn towns a little touristy or kind of changed the direction of, you know, I guess the moral standard of the town. But no, I've actually dated a guy that was one of those that was like standing on the passenger side. And, you know, I just told him to get back on his own damn side of the car and use his key. That's what it's there for. And he wasn't quite sure what to say about that. Well, I was just going to open your door for you. And I'm like, yeah, I got 2 hands. I'm capable. Thank you. If I need some help with something, I'll let you know. You know, this is a chick that knows how to use her power tools, so I don't need a dude down the
Well, I don't mind if a man wants to see what they term, you know, the old gentleman
Yeah, chivalry. Yeah.
situation. I don't mind that at all. But don't get upset at me if I turn around and did the same thing. Happen to be the first one to step in front of a door or something. I grab it
Yeah.
for you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me.
That was one thing. I never had a sister, and then my mom.
Oh, that must have been neat. 1912. It's just like Angela VOA. Yeah, I think she said her house is in 1910. Something like that.
I hear you there, Leanne. My childhood home. Moved out of it in 2015 when my mom died. I was living there taking care of her. I was supposed to, after taking care of mom and dad, inherit the home, but medical bills prohibited that, and an arm loan that she couldn't get out from under. And, but you know, in some ways I miss the old place, but you know, the memories are in my brain, you know. Every once in a while I have one of those melancholy moments, but it was definitely more solid than the double wide mobile home that I'm living in now. But this place doesn't have the stairs that I couldn't handle, and narrow doorways, and a really tight setup to where you really couldn't widen the doorways, kind of thing. So, it was for the best.
Yeah, that I'm aware of. Yeah. Puppies.
That's so true, Leanne. Some of the older houses are like, I watched them pick one up one time and move it, and it all stayed together and held together. They put it up on wheels and towed it to a different location.
Yeah, they move houses here a good bit too. Old houses.
We got wolfing coming from Ron's, and we got baby screeches from my place.
There's an old Victorian here in town that's historical. Back in the day, it was a mansion that I have always coveted. Would have loved to have gotten it restored. It's on this side of town. It's just up the road, maybe a mile and a half. Neat old house.
Oh, that's a heck of a rumor.
There's Probably something about it online. I don't know.
That'd be my grandson over here, Leanne. Just turned 9 months old yesterday.
He's grown up so fast.
Yeah, I do too. Appreciate the older homes, and it's really neat when you come across the
Oh, me
occasional
too.
show and they actually figure out a way to get it more modernized, but without hurting the aesthetic as much, and keep that
Exactly. That
feel in the
balance
home.
between, yeah, between functionality, you know, modern functionality, but the old world aesthetic of design that it had to begin with. But this place I'm talking about, it's called the Cross House, because that's the original family that had it built or built it.
Mhm.
People have moved in numerous times to try to restore. It's stalled again, I think, right now. But God, I would love to get that place and restore it. The woodwork inside and stuff like
Well, a lot
that.
of those plans and don't realize how the extent of what they got to do, really,
Yeah, they don't understand.
the expense,
And
especially
Emporium-
now as things get even more expensive.
And the time it takes.
Yeah, it's also known as the Cross McTaggart House.
I mean, you could get a company to come in and rip everything out and redo the house, you know, rip it down to the studs and reinforce everything and redo it and drywall it. But that's not what you want to do, you know?
Just keyword search in
So
Google,
it's not
the
more
Cross
of a-
House, CROSS House. It's in Emporia, Kansas on 526 Union Street. Yeah, there's a bunch of historical stuff in here on it on Facebook and Flickr and Pinterest, but the images of the old place are just amazing. There's several historic homes here in town. There's the Howe House, which is Richard Howe. There's William Allen White House. Guffler, G-U-F-E-R Mansion. It's now a bed and breakfast. Yeah, there's a bunch of historic, well, not a bunch. I mean, this town isn't that big. It's like 5.5 by 9 miles. 5.5 miles wide, 9 miles long. And roughly 28,000 population. It's not, you know, a tiny town, but it's not, you know, far from being called a city. Definitely a town. But yeah, the Cross or Cross McTaggart House is the one that I've always loved here.
We have several here that I've always loved. Just love.
I think every town has them. You drive by them every day. You know, I love historic houses. If I would have been healthier, just as a whole, in this life, I would have been flipping Victorians. I love a Victorian house. I absolutely love a Victorian house. I love the Victorian era. The only part I don't like about the Victorian era was the hygiene, and when they make a house too stuffy, full of crap, you know.
Well,
I like my stuff, but not that much stuff. You know, dark wallpaper, dark tapestries hanging on the walls, dark tapestry on every piece of furniture, you know. It just,
well, I like dark.
I like jewel tone, but I like airy space with pops of jewel tone. I don't want the whole thing jewel tone. I don't want it to look like a cave. I grew up and my bedroom was always dark because it was the largest bedroom and it had one tiny window. It was basically a refinished attic in a little small house that if you looked at it from the outside, it looked like Snoopy's doghouse. You know. It was a very tight fit, put it to you that way. And so I definitely want airy rooms. That's why I like this place. It was 926 square feet, and there were 6 kids raised in that house. And this place is 1,880 square feet, and it's an open floor plan, double wide mobile home. It's stuffed full of crap right now because I'm still going through stuff and getting reorganized. I was in the middle of a remodel on part of it when my back blew, and it's still kind of sitting there waiting. I'm inching my way, but I will get there. Guaranteed I will get there. I'm that determined, but you know, this whole pain management issue has been Oh, that sucks, Leanne. I took care of my dad. He died at home. Hospice brought in bed and all that. You know, he died at home. Mom had had a massive stroke, and she was within 2 weeks of being done with over 2 months of in-hospital rehab and a month in hospital rehab and 2 months in a rehab facility, and 2 weeks of coming home. And a valve replacement in her heart failed, and we lost her. But it was time. She was ready. Yeah. See, I was married when I was young. I got married when I was 17, and I was divorced when I was 24, and I never remarried by choice. Almost once. But as soon as I said I would marry him, instead of waiting until the papers were done, he turned into a dictator. You know, he wasn't real smart. So, yeah, he got kicked to the curb, and that wedding was canceled. So, and I never got engaged again. I was over it by then. I've been divorced for nearly 30 years.
And she's been happy ever since.
If I was to remarry, trust me, I have very high standards that would have to be fulfilled before that would happen. And it hasn't happened yet, so probably a reason why there. You know, I think I was, when it comes to marriage and all that, I was kind of a one and done.
Yeah.
I was three
Been
at
with
the
my
time.
other half 30, going on 31 years, but never married. And he's never been married either.
Well, sometimes that's the necessity when it comes to like Medicare and stuff like that. You know, like both disabled.
Well,
you
that
both
wasn't
both have
so
to
much
do,
later on, and you know,
I know, but still,
20 years into our
You know.
relationship, you know.
insurance or
But it just,
you know, sometimes it's just commitment issues, and it falls into
No.
eventually the whole, you know,
no,
if you're happy
he
together, that's all
literally,
that
on our
matters.
second date, said, I'm not interested in married, not interested in having children. And I said, okay, we'll see what happens. 30 years later. So he was
Well,
very
obviously,
upfront when he
you're
felt
good
about
together.
things. So made it a lot
But the
simpler.
thing is, you don't have to marry nowadays. Shacking up is perfectly fine, and that's probably what I would do.
No.
But even then, there'd be pretty high standards before anybody moved into my life. You know,
Hmm.
unfortunately, there's a lot of men out there, they're just looking for somebody to take care of them. And I can't do that, so
Yeah.
anybody of that classification is not compatible. I'm doing good to take care of myself. Because, like I said, I'm supposed to have nurses and housekeepers and health aides coming and that kind of thing. And because of certain state things, it's not possible. So I'm muddling my way through. But Sis has been having to take more time off work to help with situations and issues. I might not have a choice. I might have to activate it regardless and just take the risk. But I've been staying home trying to, because it'll kill me. Even a mild case of it is going to go backwards on me at this point. So. Oh, I'm sure there is, Leanne. I'm sure there is. Yeah, that goes both ways, I'm sure. I mean, would it be nice to have a man around to help with things that I can't do anymore? Yeah. But that's me expecting them to take care of me and mine.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a guy either. That could just be a breed, and it could be a female, just somebody with more physical ability. Yeah.
True, like my sister, but she's still got to work full time, so.
Mm-hmm.
Romantically, yeah, I'm strictly politically, so.
Well, that's hey. Anyway, wasn't suggesting anything. I was just making a comment.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just because you're a woman don't mean you got a guy around.
Very true. That's what Bob's for.
I don't think you got it. I don't think people care.
I don't mind. It is what it is. It's not like it's a big deal.
I care less what anybody's orientation is in that department. You know, I don't care.
Me too. Me too.
Whatever makes you happy. Period.
I have a dear friend on here.
Well, I mean, people will assume whatever they want to assume or not, regardless of what to say.
I know. It's funny because one of the first people that I met on YouTube and befriended just in recent months, just talking privately, she thought that I was gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think because my streetwear tends to be more sporty.
Surprise.
And I keep my hair short and kind of buff. And I know how to use my power tools.
And I'm not a makeup girl. I'm not a dressy girl. None of that nonsense.
All I could do was laugh.
But
Wear my jewelry a little bit.
yeah, what they're gonna assume regardless.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm not real fussy.
You're sounding far away again, Tina.
Again?
Nope. When you said again, you were fine.
No. Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was looking down and focused on something, so.
That could be it. I mean, think about it.
That's probably
Even
what it
Johnny,
was.
when he turns his head or bends down to get a package, you know, like one of these numbered bags for bingo or something like that, he muffles out. There's some of them that you just gotta like be right on it.
Oh, Leanne,
I can
romance.
get up and walk 6 foot away from this thing and people still hear me loud and clear.
I don't think I could ever imagine a romantic relationship anymore if something ever happened to my other half. Romantic is just, not anymore.
Yeah, it's
You gotta remember, romance,
when you get older.
a lot of the stuff that was considered romantic was actually chauvinistic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey y'all,
Hey Tim.
flowers, presents. That's
For
not.
anybody that doesn't know, the
chauvinistic.
male voice that you're hearing is Tina's husband,
How y'all
which is
doing?
Ma's husband.
All right, how are you?
I'm surviving.
I think we're all just kind
Same
of
here.
going through life right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all any of us can do, honey.
Wrestling with the little man. Trying to
Yes,
do a
but
little
we're
bit.
happy to be hanging out.
There you go. hanging out, hanging on, and hanging in.
That's
Yep.
about it in a nutshell.
Yep.
Enjoy the small pleasures in life.
Y'all enjoy your
You can.
conversation. I'm gonna go back in and wrestle with the little man.
Okay. Love you, Tim.
Love you too,
I
Willow.
don't care. Do what you like.
He
Toodles.
takes the baby back in the living room, gets comfortable in his recliner, or lounges out on the sofa.
Yeah, break.
Well,
Yeah,
Tina's
baby
working
takes a
on
nap
stuff, which
on
means
him.
she's gonna have stuff scattered all over the bed. There ain't room. I think there's usually a space bear just wide enough to come in and lay the baby down and change his nappy if need be.
Yeah, that's about it in a nutshell. Comes in, changes the
Yeah.
bed. Off he's gone again.
Now with me, I just got this little table that I roll up to the sofa, and I've got a recliner, but it requires you to sit straight up for long periods of time, and my tailbone won't let me do that. And I can't recline back right now because kitten's in the house. Getting them stuck in the recliner, nope, not gonna go there. And I keep thinking we're getting to the point where I can use it, and another kitten shows up. So, haven't been able to use it much.
They've got it out for you, Willow.
Huh?
Said they've got it out for you.
Yeah. Well, you haven't heard how we ended up with Miles.
Yeah, I
The
did.
mama showed up. The baby was toddling up the sidewalk and literally just laid down when Jennifer walked up to it. He was that sick. He's very anemic. He was dehydrated, underfed because he's been too weak to nurse.
Yeah, he's
Or
been
mom
up-
is not letting him nurse because he looks about 4 weeks old. He is at least 7 weeks, and I suspect him probably close to 8 or 9 by his capabilities, you know,
Uh-huh.
on the meter that you go by
Yep.
to estimate age. The big one for him is, yeah, he's only yay big, but his eyes already changed color. They start changing color at 7 weeks. His eyes are fully changed. So he could easily be 8, 9 weeks old. He's the size of a 4-week-old. So he's a runt, stunted, because he couldn't get to the nipple. Then the fleas got a hold of him,
Yep,
you know.
so definitely anemic.
because he's a tiny guy, but his eyes say otherwise. So, yeah, he's a lot older than he looks. And he's old soul, being Millie. There's a lot of wisdom to be seen in those eyes.
Probably a good reckoning why he picked Miles.
But, yeah, Mama brought him here. And Mama is sister to
Esme's mom.
Esme and Jasmine's mom.
Yep.
So, Miles is Esme and Jasmine's cousin. Or something like that. But yeah, she brought him here. Sis went out to put water in the bird bath, and she had brought him, and he was sitting on the walk, and she was up on the rail of the deck, and she went down and went under the deck, and I heard help, so I knew she wanted us to help. Then I get him in here, and a couple of days, and yeah, I could see the aura once he started coming around a bit from the anemia, because that, you know, it kind of, it smudges the aura with the red of the illness, and with, you know, blood anemia, you can't see. It's just covered in red. Because the blood is bad. But now that he's starting to rebuild, come around, stuff like that, yeah, that's Millie's aura. So Millie is back. So apparently Esme is not to be my familiar. Miles is. Yeah, try processing that one.
Are you gonna have double familiars or what?
No, Esme is a trainable familiar. She has the capability, but she's not innate.
Okay, I'm back.
Miles is an
But
innate.
I'm gonna be muted. Had to get something to eat for
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Haha.
Okay, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's innate, they bring the soul wisdom over from their past lives. Esme is trainable, but she's not an innate. Miles is an innate. Miles is a reincarnation of my original familiar, Millicent.
Gotcha.
So that's why he is named Miles Familiar, for a nod to Millicent.
No.
And the name Miles, you know, Millie, Miles, you know.
Yep.
Masculine version.
Yep.
But I let him choose. I let him choose from a list. He
Yeah.
chose Miles.
Yep. He did. I heard that's part of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing's been kind of a bit of a spiritual journey with him. For one, he's a male. We were not planning on any more males. That's
Right.
Millie, you know, being a little snot, saying, no males, my ass. You know.
No males, my furry, but
Exactly. Except my buddy furry. A few little peach fuzzes, but that's it. But
There's the house
yeah,
phone.
it's just it's been an interesting little journey here the past few days. But it's meant to be. My guide, my spiritual guide, is obviously involved in it to ensure he made it here. You know. Because he's been snickering in my ear. She. I have a he pop in every once in a while, and I think it's Mom's. For whatever reason, there's a connection there with me as well. Probably because I was able to communicate with him. And for whatever reason, he still pops in. I'm not sure why. I'm sure all the answers will come eventually. But yeah, mine is a short, chunky Italian chick named Lucida. But sometimes I don't hear Lucida, and moms will pop in. You know, it's like, listen up, chick, you know, here's the deal. You're not paying attention, so, you know, apparently he's stronger, I guess, and can cut through to me. I don't know. It's kind of strange. And it could be that he was assigned to me as well after Mom passed, because that's when I've been hearing him more, was during her final months and then after. I ended up with two totem animals, spirit animals. So it could be that I'm getting one for each. Because when I did my dream quest to find out who my spirit animal was, that's when I found out through that process that I had two forms of Native American in me.
Right.
And spiritually, as the old soul that I am, was assigned two spirit animals, one for each aspect of my Native American heritage. I don't have a lick of Italian in me, so I'm not quite sure how I ended up with an Italian guide, but I did. I don't know. I didn't ask. I just rolled with it.
Oh, I'm sitting here with all these bits and pieces in front of me, and I'm starting to get inspiration, and it's driving me crazy.
Well, that's when you just take the bits and pieces and start kind of dealing with them,
And that's why I stopped
You know.
for a quick cigarette break, and then I'm gonna go over
you're
behind,
pondering those 3 or 4 necklaces that you've got broken down. You're seeing a new piece come out of there.
Yes,
You know.
I'm seeing pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, Leanne, you and Ron have had quite the journey. I've only had like 1 or 2 brief panic attacks in my life. And I mean, they were seconds to moments long. And then it was kind of a V8 moment, you know, shake yourself out of it and get on with it because you gotta do this. That's as far as I've gone there. So that's not something that I understand very well. And yeah, when I don't get it, I admit it. I'm not gonna wax eloquent on something I don't know about. But I do feel you. It's a challenging thing. But I think in the mourning process, I've been through that a lot. You know, those moments of, yeah, it's like a tightening in the chest and, you know, kind of a freeze frame, brief panic moment because that person is exiting your life. That I get. I've been through that several times. I've lost 2 parents, both my parents and my oldest brother, and 2, 3, 4 elderly people that lived in my neighborhood that I went and helped numerous times from like age 4 on, and became quite close with, and lost all of them. You know, everybody faces loss. It just, that's part of life. Circle of life. But yeah, I get that panic moment. Because yeah, that one I've been there several times. But like with my folks, I was their caregiver, their power of attorney, their advocate. I had to make the hard decisions, and I had to compartmentalize mentally my personal emotions so that they wouldn't interfere with me making those decisions and doing so wisely. I learned from an early age when my dad had his first heart attack when I was like 10 or 11, how to do that. My mom was legally deaf. She couldn't communicate with the doctors. So I had to do that and then give her the information. So I had to learn how to deal with, you know, medical stuff and be able to be told what it is, know what it is, not let it freak me out, and transfer that information to mom so she could make the decisions at that point. Because, you know, I was just a little kid. So I kind of grew up fast. But, yeah, get your machine recalibrated for sure. Yeah, check into it, Leanne. It might work better for you. But in the meantime, yeah, get your machine recalibrated to make sure that it's behaving, because it could be funking out, and the lack of oxygen during those times affecting your.
Once a year. It's a necessity. And at least once a year. Trust me.
Oh wow, Ron, you had narcolepsy too. Yeah, falling asleep at a red light, things like that. That's called narcolepsy. They several years back were debating on CPAP for me, and then realized that I just needed maxillosinus surgery to blow open my airways. I have a skin condition where I carry 2 forms of staph infection copiously, and it attacks random bits of my body. It had been attacking my sinuses and causing the pockets in your sinuses to fill up full of staph and swell to the point that it was blocking my airway. So they went in and blew all those open with a balloon. It's called an ablation, and trimmed, because I had a deviated septum that wasn't so bad that I like needed my nose broke, but they just went in and trimmed cartilage that was curling and blocking path, and they just went in and trimmed that back. And I basically had a nose for several days while that healed and stuff. I had to wear this stupid little looked like it was kind of like a little hammock strapped under my nose.
Yeah, Tim had that after his surgery.
Yeah, but it helped a lot. I do have oxygen, or it's an air concentrator. Yeah, I had chronic sinus infections, and it got to the point where nothing would stop them. And they went in and did that surgery, and that also resolved my air passage issues that was blocking my airflow. I also have COPD, so now I do have oxygen in the home, or an air concentrator that I can use as needed, wear it at night if I need to, whatever, but I don't need CPAP. I just wear a nasal cannula.
I got CPAP. Tim has CPAP.
Honey, if it's been recalled, it needs to be replaced. That means there's something flawed in it, and that could be affecting health and your well-being.
Yeah, and what they found out that the sound dampening foam that they had used on the inside was deteriorating and causing toxic, particles to go through the machine and come in people's lungs. And
you're breathing in toxins because of that. Yeah.
Yep. They told me to stop using it immediately. And then they said, how long have you had it? And I said, since 2017. And they said, what? I said, yes. I said, and I have, health issues. And could that be related? Well, you'll have to go to your PCP to find out. PCP wouldn't even talk to me about it. Oh, no, I'm not getting involved in a class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Tim had been using the same CPAP machine since 2006.
Well, I had my originals, and then I had my one that I had before the Dream Station. So I went back to it, and which I checked to make sure it was safe, and it is. And see, I know how to do the settings. I can increase pressure if I need it. I can lower the pressure. I can, adjust the humidifier, all that on it, and makes it nice.
Yeah, mine's just a general air concentrator. I just clean the filter and replace the hoses periodically. Keep my nasal cannula clean. I go over it with alcohol swab. Keep it sterile. And then change it regularly. Little maintenance. And then every October I have to do, they put one of those pulse ox things with this machine. I have to sleep with it to get approved for the next year. It's a renewal.
Yeah, you gotta hang
year,
it.
But
You kinda get
You
it
know,
around
folks,
your
we
neck
sound
and
so
everything.
god dang old, it's pathetic.
I'm only 51.
we've turned into the old fart crew.
I'm probably the oldest one here.
I don't know, dear. I'm 52. I'll be
64.
53 in September. Tina's a hair younger than me, just by a few months.
I'll be 52 at the end of this year.
Oh, you're all
Yeah, see, you're the oldest one, but not by much.
Okay, Tim is 54, 55, somewhere in that neck of the woods.
The
Yeah,
half
so the oldest one
56.
here, sister, wandering around because she's 60.
You better health than I am.
She's 8 years older than I
And he
am.
don't like doctors or nothing.
Funny thing is she looks way younger than me. She got better genetics from her dad. We got different fathers because mom was widowed and then remarried my dad. And then they had me. I was a new baby. They thought they were done having kids. And Dad had an old Rambler. Took mom for a Sunday drive up to
Bring up
Hartford,
gas.
which is a little town about 15, 20 minutes from here. He always loved to park by the river. He loves rivers. He loves trains. He parked by the river.
Okay, hold on a second.
Got it stuck in the mud. Huh?
I could barely hear Ron. Is Ron actually talking? Or trying to figure out if he's...
I was, but not now.
Yeah, you
I
roboted
was
there for a
talking
sec.
before.
Or somebody's eating or something very low.
The baby was fussing.
Yeah, you may have heard RJ in the background.
No. It's the conversation repeating. So somebody must have on YouTube just high enough where I'm. It's so funny.
I don't
don't
have
know.
YouTube open.
You got better hearing than me. Yeah, interesting. Have you ever heard of a condition called hidradenitis suppurativa? It's also called acne inversa, but that is slightly off kilter to the actual hidradenitis suppurativa is more accurate. Harder to spell. Big old long-winded words. And yes, genetics are real.
Yes, they're very real. If you
Yeah,
put
it's
my
funny.
graduation picture next to my
Well, I'm
son's,
hoping not.
that we look identical. He's like a identical mini me.
Yeah.
Well, I hope not, because
Well, like
my
you
mom
put-
passed when she was 54, and my dad passed when he was 59.
My parents
I
made it
lost
to
my brother
70s.
when he
Don't
was
go that early.
33, and then 10 months early, or 10 months later, my dad went. But that was like Willow was saying. My brother was 8 years older than me, so I was an accident. And yeah, because my
You're
brother
an
was
oops
going to be
baby
an only
too, huh?
child. Yeah. So, but
I have 5
him
older
and my
brothers,
dad
and the
were.
baby of them is 8+ years older than me. My
I,
mom had me, she's
I
39,
am the oldest.
which back then was uncommon.
And see, my dad, he had 14 in his family, and my great grandpa had 22 with 2 wives.
Well, my oldest
And
brother,
then
Randy, the one that's passed, he was 14 or 15 years older than me. I was in my 40s, he was in his 60s.
Oldest brother is 21 years older than me.
wow.
I am the oldest of the siblings. I'm 17 years older than my sister. I am about 3.5 or so years older than my brother. And my mom miscarried twins when my sister was about year and a half, 2 years old, somewhere in that neighborhood. So,
Well, my battery
Yeah,
is
there's
getting low,
a
and
couple of kids that
my
didn't
phone's getting hot,
make it to Earth with
so
my
I'm going to go
folks,
ahead
too.
and sleep down. Thank you, Stacy,
Okay,
for
Rob.
allowing me to come up. And
Oh,
Willow,
yes.
Ma, y'all take care.
Will
you have a
do.
good
All right.
rest of the day, Ron.
You have a good day.
Yeah.
Yep, have
Yeah,
a good
Ma.
one.
Bye.
Bye.
I know.
Later, hon.
His battery was going dead on his phone.
Esthetician, and you saw so much skin up close and personal. Well, I've seen a lot of skin up close and personal too. Being a cosmetologist, you see a lot of skin and hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a lot of manicures and pedicures. You won't believe the kind of feet that I saw.
I was a nurse's aide. I worked in a rest home.
Oh, I was a CNA as well.
In-
So,
I was gonna be. They were gonna get me certified. I wasn't certified at the time. This was back in the 80s when you didn't even have to be certified. So yeah, I've seen a lot of skin too. And in that field, as a 16-year-old working, was the first time I seen opposite sex body bits. And it was a 90-plus-year-old guy that we were trying to put a Foley in. And I had to excuse myself for a moment, go out in the hallway and laugh my ass off. Because I was like, that's what everybody's so excited about. Because it was an innie. It was like a turtle head trying, you got to try to catch it. And I about lost it.
Yes.
But,
Don't need the graphic detail.
yeah. Yeah, I figured you get the gist. But, yeah, it was an interesting job. I'll put it to you that way. Interesting and very educational.
the things we see as nurses and aides and
Caregivers and all kinds of things. I mean, just...
especially when you're young and you're not really expecting certain things, and you hadn't experienced said things yet.
Yeah. Trying to get shotgun training. And not necessarily the best representation.
I am not country folk. I was born and raised in the Bronx. All my family, all my brothers were born and raised in the Bronx.
But
Got
it's just
7 kids.
Well, I
6
was the
kids.
youngest,
Sorry.
you know, so
There's 5 boys and me. I
oh,
think somebody
see,
said
that's
7
me,
earlier, and for some
and I
reason that's
love it.
stuck in the back of my head.
I watch videos all the time. YouTube is my best buddy when it comes to watching my pop videos. I'm a junkie.
yeah,
I watch
she's a
Mr.
Dr.
Popsicle.
Pimple Popper fan. Yeah, I've watched some of that too. I don't like hunt it down on YouTube, but I have watched some episodes of like Dr. Pimple Popper and a couple of others. There was one over
I
in
used to watch
England.
her faithfully. She used to be really good. She got on my nerve.
Yeah,
But
the
Mr.
one that I
Popsicle-
preferred, can't even remember. I think it was Save My Skin was the name of the show, and it was over in London, England, and it was a British skin
Oh,
doctor.
Save My Skin.
Yeah. I liked her a lot better. I liked her vibe. But yeah, Dr. Pimple Popper kind of got on my nerves too.
Yeah, Sandra Lee. I mean, she's all right, but yeah, she kind of got on my nerves. So I just kind of.
She's okay in small doses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
But yeah, that British gal, I really like her, but all those shows stopped. I think they're starting back up. I think Dr. Pimple Popper's coming back
Oh,
on
they're
here in the
still
next week or
on.
two.
I mean, she was even taking clients during.
Well, yeah. What happened? They were doing a lot of stuff out in lot.
Yeah,
They
she's
had
got that tent topped up to veteran patients.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I've just haven't gotten the other one scheduled. But, I don't know. I don't mind watching it here and
she's
there,
had a
but
couple
I have
of
a
new
skin
ones.
condition, so I kind of get daily doses without even, flipping the TV on. Just doing my own personal maintenance.
I have a thing.
Tina knows about that.
The podiatrists. I like to watch the podiatrists. As
My
well.
feet are
watched
killing
a
me.
bit of that.
Yeah, my feet are killing me.
Yeah.
But I like to watch Jonathan.
Yeah, I watch all that stuff too. It's my reality TV, I guess you could say. I know all the other nonsense.
Well, I
watch Jonathan Tobro, and then
I watch a bit of that stuff here and there, but it's a mood thing. I've never watched a whole season of any of them. Now I like watching, like music competitions and things like that, like Vocal Voice or American Idol or American Got Talent.
I've been American Idol all the way from the beginning, and then I also like the dancing one there.
Oh, do you think you can dance and Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing with the Dance Stars.
Yeah. You think you can dance is on right now too.
Is he only does it?
So you think you can dance?
Yeah, I used to watch that.
They've totally reformatted it and changed
it a couple of times.
Better. It's a lot better now since they reformatted it. And all new judges.
I guess it must have been the second format that you're referring to, because the first time when it first came out, it wasn't that bad. And then, I mean, it was even the dancing, and, how they came about it.
Yeah.
And then it got all odd, and they bunch of stuff, and
yeah.
Then that one chick with the loud on there.
Yeah, they've still got the same host gal that talks, the little Brit gal, the real tall, lanky one. But all the judges are different now.
Yeah, Cat.
And the format of how they process them through is different now. But yeah, right now they're at top 10. like Project Runway too,
Oh yeah.
but it's went through several changes, and
I've never watched it.
Heidi Klum and on the one that they have now, it went back to Bravo TV, and they're not on there anymore. They left for reasons because they didn't like the way they were going to be changing things and doing things. And on Amazon Prime, Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn have their own show now called Nothing But Cut
Yeah,
on
I
Amazon
just
Prime.
watched it.
Yeah, the new season for that is 19th of August. In case anybody likes to watch that and didn't know, the new season starts on the 19th of August for Amazon Prime member. Oh, that reminds me, I still need to send you information on internet.
Mm-hmm.
Do
I
you get
need to
Amazon
get to it
Prime?
eventually.
Do you get Amazon Prime?
I don't have anything like that.
Because you can get low income discount on that too. And they don't limit access or anything. You get full access just like a regular Prime member, but it's a discounted cost. I think it's usually was $9.99. It went to $10.99. Low income gets it for $6.99 now. Was $5.99. But with as much as we've had to buy on Amazon during all of this, Jeff pays for, because you get free shipping on everything, or almost everything. You gotta make sure it's Prime approved, which most of it is, unless you're buying from some very obscure seller. Oop, hold on a minute, be right back.
Oh, still, no. Everyone's got too much stuff over there for you to go yelling at.
Sorry, Paul. No.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, 9:30.
Yeah, I know. Very well. I cannot see it. Sorry.
Christmas in July, drop shop sale. Interesting. Ooh, it will. I'm copying your name.
All right, folks, I think I'm going to be calling this here shortly.
All right, dear.
A couple of things I
That's
got to
fine.
do. And
I'm
take care of, and then I got to feed the kids.
Now you can say hi to your
And the body needs to lay down.
Leanne, if you're still here, look there. There's a little man.
Hello, RJ.
Oh, need that baby.
Hello, RJ.
There you go.
What you little man?
Now you can say hi to everybody.
Look at that face. Oh my goodness.
Leanne, your thumbnail is too small for me to see. Is it a vintage like Victorian kitty cat playing a flute?
Yeah, it's a kitty cat.
Okay, then I got the right channel. Oh yeah, I'm already subbed to you, girl. Cool.
There's the little man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, RJ.
Hello.
You sweet little man.
She actually has some interesting
What you do?
stuff that she draws, and then stuff from her family situation there too.
Grandpa's back.
Alrighty.
I covered you back up. Toodles all.
Trying to get her to take some
Doodles.
time and come on here to just the crap. One day she'll find it.
Yeah, Yeah, one of these days. I mean, you are a crafty kitty, Leanne. You gotta come up and join us. You can do camera down. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to.
Yeah.
We do.
Why
Like,
I do
just
it.
showing.
I like doing this because I'm lefty, and it's nice to see, like you're talking about, a perspective from
Yeah.
being left-handed, looking at a left-handed person doing things.
Yeah.
Rather than in my face,
Which
because
is,
people don't
that's
care
just
about me. They're
awesome.
looking at mine to do, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to become a video celebrity.
No, just hanging out and socializing and creating and, you know, you're wanting to, you know, become one of those people that has, you know, YouTube plaques hanging all over the
Well,
walls.
I told you, you gotta make time for it.
Yeah. It's a job. You got to dedicate and do the work. And yeah,
Keep
that's not
telling
me
people
either.
this, you know. That's why I did that other. Did you watch my little
I did.
what's up video yet, Leanne?
Yep. Oh. Yeah, I did after wherever it was we were yesterday. Johnny's, I think. Then we were someplace else, and I dropped the video link for you. I don't remember where we were, though.
I mentioned it on Johnny's, and then I can't
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
remember
popped
where
on
you
Johnny's.
dropped it.
Yeah, I dropped your link for the video you were talking about. And then I think Jennifer dropped it too. And then she grabbed your channel link before I got a hold of it. I didn't want to double up in the chat, so.
Up and craft with us on another date. My normal shows on. I don't know what you're doing on Sundays off the top of my head. Usually I'm on 11, and I go for a while until either I can't do anymore or the room just dies.
Yeah.
Because she's West Coast, so you'd have to get up.
Yeah.
She might take Sundays to sleep in.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
an
know.
hour earlier than you. I try to make them. I don't always. Sometimes I go to sleep, you know. These kittens are exhausting.
And now that you have
Between that and the heat, it's been interesting.
Yes, I said, did you watch the What's Up video I had out there about the craft along? And then you'll have to back up a little bit to catch the rest. I'm not happy with this thing. There's always one in the crowd.
They are, Leanne. They're like kids.
All right.
You gotta feed them and clean up with them and house break them and put them down for naps and stuff until.
Did I say any? That is not one. Yeah, now stop. I'm just saying you're earlier than us. Oh my goodness.
She's trying to get you wound up.
She's here. I already knows better than that anyway, so I can see the he's behind there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I found so far the people that have come and spent any amount of time here get it.
People, but we got an
So-
ornery streak.
Always so much fun finding the barf and having to wash the feet, hug it, and the blankets, and blah blah blah.
Okie dokie.
Right now, my animals.
Okay, folks. Well, it's been a pleasure having everybody, and more than welcome to have any of you back on again. And the door is
Thanks
always
for
open
having
for
us,
those
Stacey.
who wish to come on. And make sure you hit the like button. When this post, maybe come back and leave a little note. Make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah,
Other
if
than
you come
that,
back
I
and
say
comment on a video,
have a
it
good
makes your
day.
Substick.
Okie dokie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yep.
We'll see you on the tube.